Alright, I didn't get a whole lot done on this quarter yet. Uh, I mean, I did sand it for another at least 10 minutes. Just constant blocking, and it's pretty smooth. I think this is going to be a high spot. I'm going to have to tap that down, but I'm just trying to block out the rest of it. There is some pinholes here. This edge is starting to come up, so I'm not going to have to backfill that. And then down here starting to sand out too. So, just keep doing that and just keep blocking it. Probably gonna have to tap that in with a little body hammer, then fill it again. And then if these pinholes don't sand out, I'm gonna take some filler, razor blade, and just fill them in. It seems to work the best for that. But I swept up, and I'm preparing the shop for to start spraying some primer pretty soon. So I'm gonna get a shop vac and start cleaning out the corners, and just so no dust comes up. But that's just from the floors and what I can get to. And there's a lot of Bondo filler. There's so much shit under the car, so I'm going to end up pulling it out and sweeping up everything. But it is so much brighter in here now. So when I put the plastic up and everything, it'll still be bright in here. Got 2 more lights there, 2 more over there. And I did put different bulbs in a couple other spots, but it's so much brighter in here. It is absolutely ridiculous how much brighter it is in here. And these are just the cheap, one of them's Walmart, and then the other 3 are Lowe's. They're just a 10, one from Walmart's $10 or 11, and these are like 12 at Lowe's, and they're the cheapest ones you can get. But they did a number on it, and I just wired them in and I plugged them into the wall. I'm not an electrician, I don't really know how to do any of that, but I mean, I can match the colors up on the wires and shove them in the walls. In addition to that, I got a box fan. I was going to borrow one, but might as well have my own. And there's a window behind here, and this board was tucked behind this metal. So what I did was I cut the board here, so that covers the whole window, and then that's just going to cover the hole that's, with the insulation and everything. And when it's closed, this has something to sit up against. And put some plates, and then hinges, and a little bolt, and that's just a bottom latch to, and then something just to hold that, just to hold it. But alright, made a little bit of headway. One Honda went outside, and I picked up another one. This is a K-Series coupe. I might make some videos on it. It's kind of rusty. It's a K24 in it, the 5-speed manual tranny. But might make some videos on that. Might go on another shell. Might sell it. I have no idea. Working on these bumpers again. Took a piece of folded up sandpaper just to get in the body lines. It's really hard to get in there. You can't really get in there with anything else. And took care of that. The rear one's ready. And I have a piece of red Scotch-Brite or scuff pad or whatever you want to call it. And then I just got all the edges. I got inside the body line here. The edge here, up top, the bottom, inside the exhaust openings, and that one's done. This one's more of a pain in the ass. Did in here in the bezels and where the lights would go. Because, I mean, if you don't sand in there, the paint will chip and just end up chipping out on the whole car. That, and then clean the back sides of them, get all the dirt out of them, so when you're spraying them, the air pressure doesn't blow them out. But there was a hole here. I think I might have showed that. But I took a razor blade with some Bondo and just started filling them in. Got a little carried away, but here, and then there was a line here, but that'll all sand out. I'll just hand sand that. And then this edge right here, where it meets, like where the lip would meet, it's a little boogered up, so I just took a little bit, just shoved it in there. Once it dries, hand sand that. That'll be fine. You won't ever see it. It'll be low to the ground, and there'll probably be a lip that goes on the car. Started sanding, got pretty into it. There was a high spot here, and then I ended up finding another one here. And what I did was I just tapped them in with the hammer. This one was a little bit bigger, but I ran a coat of Bondo down both of them. Up here too, did a little bit. But take the big block, block that out. I started, but it started clogging up the sandpaper. Wasn't quite dry it all the way, and I filled in the pinholes. So once that's cured all the way, we'll sand that, block it out, and I think it's there to where we could start doing some other stuff. Can't wait to do the body, the body work on the roof. And then today is Wednesday. Yeah, today's Wednesday. I'd like to see if I can't get it in some primer on Sunday. Sunday's supposed to be pretty decent temperature every other day this week. Today's nice. It would have been, it's just a little cold, but it's warm in here. But hopefully it'll be decent outside. And the next couple days are supposed to rain. I don't want it to be too humid or anything like that. So take care of that. I'm going to go over the whole car with, I think, 400 on a DA or a palm sander just to get everything smooth so there's not too many deep scratches. That, and if I've missed anything, but the primer is direct metal and it's a high build, so it should take care of all that anyway. But I'm just going to be careful because I don't want to have to buy paint or do this again. And then I got to staple up some more of this plastic that's on the ceiling that holds the insulation in. I'll take care of that. I have a staple gun over there. But we're getting there. And then I just got to go to Walmart or a paint store. Just get big plastic drop cloths and then I'll just do the sides. I found a sawhorse. Two sawhorses outside, so I could put the bumpers on there. I'm gonna try and set the car over just a little bit more, and then I think I'm gonna probably have this side of the car here, and then I'll put the plastic over that way, so I'll have the bumper set up, and then I'll have a stand probably full of these little parts here. The mirrors, I'll hang them up maybe, or I'll hang them on off the sawhorses, and then I get the moldings I'll lay out. Maybe I'll make like a little table for the moldings or something, door handles and little pieces like that. Well, we're getting closer. Alright, well here's the final product on the bumper. Just took some sandpaper by hand and just smoothed that out. Some down here. Down here, this edge is pretty nice now. You can see where I filled it, but it's smooth. There's a couple other spots there. Quarter panel, pretty sure this is done. I went back and I had to do another coat again after I tapped down and had some pinholes and and I had like a little hole in the filler and I filled that in. And then I had a little more pinholes and I went through, did a couple different little spots with razor blade and some Bondo and took care of that. But let me see if you can see that. But it is smooth. Yeah, I like it. Down here, did the same down here, the pinholes. But that is done. So it's gonna get lowered. I'm gonna do that right now, and then I'm gonna head out for the night. But we'll start finishing that up, and I'm gonna start sand the rest of the quarters, just to get anything off of them, and then just get this ready. I'm trying to get this done pretty soon. I'm tired of looking at it in this condition.